Yes, new bench is finished. Just got to populate it up, put things where they're supposed to go, but it is built. My oscilloscope here, soldering station there. These drawers will contain supplies for said soldering station, and there it is. The top two will be for the oscilloscope. They'll have my spare probes in there and connectors in there. Not sure what's going in there. This is my breakout board, or will be when I start to populate it, to connect up to the monitor and stuff. My component drawers, that's resistors at the moment, but that may be capacitors later. And above I could put 3 little trays or compartment boxes, so I might end up with extra capacitors up here, like ceramics and stuff in packs that I don't use very often. So it's just got bits and bobs in at the moment. But this one is going to have all my 105 degree capacitors here, actual capacitors here, and I don't know what's going in the bottom. This is with my standard capacitors in low voltage and high voltage, with storage space above for more in compartment boxes or trays. Underneath I've got trays which have got some old capacitors in, which have all got to be tested, but they will be filled up with more capacitors and stuff. I've got one of these up already. I'm not sure what's going in that yet. I'll have another one here, the same. I'm not sure what's going in that yet. These shelves will have equipment on them when all this stuff's been taken out. Yes, it's all come together nicely. It's a power supply for radios, car radios. There were 1 or 2 of them in there. I've got my drawers to fill up with tools. Got my guard dog in place. Yes, everything's looking good. These are my old multimeters. My old stock. I've had these since the 1990s. This one is my best. It's a Beckman's Autoranging, which I like. This is a crappy little analog one, cheap, nasty, but has its uses. This is from Maplin's, their first Academy range. I used to have the number 10, the number 12, this number 15, and my old number 17. I used to have a full set. I blew the number 10 up. Number 12 got lent out, never got back. This one's pretty useless. It's a capacitance meter, but it only reads the values. This one is a multi-range meter, but it's manual selection. This is a multimeter stand I got off eBay. Well, basically it's a phone stand which I had the words multimeter stand put on, because this fits on here. Like so. Gives it a nice angle. I'll stop knocking it about.
scale I can read. Simple two-piece construction, and I can put my other multimeters on it. Some of them have got the stands missing off the back. This one has it, but it's broke. Ta-da! So it sits on there. Lovely. This is my old oscilloscope, but not exactly my old oscilloscope. I'll get to that on another video. These have served me well since the 1990s, but now I'm starting up again as a new hobby. They don't cut it anymore. This one still works great. This one is pretty useless compared to more modern ones. This has been superseded by Chinese tester. Tests all the capacitance, tells me if they're leaky or not, tells me all the values I need to know. Much better than that outing. This doesn't get used much because it's manual selection and I prefer auto-ranging multimeters. Well, that's the old gang. This is my old signal tracer. Basically, it's a crystal headphone earplug connected to a probe. An earthing strap. Basically, because of its high impedance, it works as a simple audio detector. These are my new multimeters. Well, I never really got the old unboxing thing on YouTube's, but I'll give it a go. This one's a clamp meter. See, my problem is, I mentioned that I might be thinking of getting myself a Winhy multimeter for Christmas, and I sort of told someone, and they told somebody else, and someone else told somebody else. Before I know it, I've got a whole bunch of them. Nice box, clearly labelled. Yeah, this one I'm not sure about what I'm going to use this for, but it does do temperature, which might come in handy for monitoring things. Very nice. I suspect they're not the best in the world, but they're not the worst. Winhy brand do seem to have some nice features on their multimeters. They're not shy of the features, and they're very cheap. This, I checked, is £12, 12 English pounds, which is relatively cheap. It's not expensive. It may not have the protection and the warranties and stuff of a fluke, but yeah, if it blows up, just buy another one. See what we get. We get a pack of multimeter leads, the standard sort of cheap leads that you get with these things. Temperature probe, nice carry case, I must say, and the instructions. I'm not going to test them, you know, I suspect it works perfectly fine. I'm in the business of messing around with electronics. I don't deal with precise measurements, you know. Well, I'm looking for a voltage, it's going to be roughly the right voltage. It's not going to be precisely 12 volts or 10 volts or whatever, so as long as it's close, it'll do. Can't see me using this much really. Ooh, clamp. I guess that's where you test the amps. That's a clamp meter. Oh, look at that. Yeah. I might do a more in-depth review of this later on. But for now, it's just a quick look. That's very nice. Put that away. Now, next, I seem to have 3 of the same model but different versions of the same multimeter. We have the 890A standard brown box. I take it the A is for auto-ranging. Ooh, very nice. Again, it's a whin-i 890A auto-ranging multimeter. Oh, there goes the leads and the battery for it. Oh, let's stick the battery in there to there. Yeah, I'll put this battery in here. Got my screwdriver. And we are live. It's alive. Let's see now. It's RMS and averaging. Just select there. Does hertz. Does the usual gang. It's got the volts alert for the mains. Oh, picking it up. That works. The rest of your standard features, your ohms, your volts, your amps, your hertz, and capacitance. I'm not sure the actual ranges. Might have to press select. Diode test. Farads. That's what we like. Plenty of farads. And ohms. And again, I'll do a more in-depth review of this later on once I've had a go reusing it. But this is going to be my main new use multimeter to go with my Beckmans, because it's auto ranging. I might have to replace these with some better ones at a later date. Put them in there. Now, next we have a pair. Yes, a pair. Again, same box. It's a standard box. These are not auto ranging multimeters. They just all seem to come in the same box. This is the 890D and the 890S. The S, I know what that is, what the S stands for. Because I bought that one. Now then. D. 890S. This is the D. It's a standard multi-range manual select multimeter, and I'm afraid I don't really have a use for this. This has the same features as this one, barring one. This is the 890S, and the S stands for speech. This is a talking version of the same multimeter, and I guess these ranges are the same ranges as the Autoranging one. That's the extent of the ranges. Pretty much your standard pair. Put battery in this one to test it, make sure it's all working. This one, it's just a standard multimeter. Nice ranges. The ranges are pretty good. Nice spread. Does hertz. The diode and continuity. It does the non-contact voltage for the mains detection. Nice range in ohms. One range in capacitors. Nice voltage ranges. Same in DC and AC. Amps in DC and AC. Just your standard fare. Oh. Let's see about these speak and tell multimeters. Alright, back again. I've unpacked it and I've put the battery in, ready to turn it on for the first time. Just one more look at all the meter has to offer. It's got separate milliamps and amp connections. It's got one of them useless transistor testers, and that there, that little symbol with a speaker, means it talks. Put in the leads. These will have to be changed, I think. They're not very good. They're not very flexible. I prefer silicon these to these plastic ones. Got the little test subjects here, so I want to test it out a little bit. Here we go. First switch on.
Already on.
Oh, that's nice. Yes, I bought this for a specific reason. Sometimes when I'm testing things, I can't always see the multimeter as I'm testing things. I have to strain or look away what I'm testing. It could be very dangerous. You know, I could be poking around in a power supply somewhere and I look away to look at the multimeter to check the reading, and I slip and blow something up again, which I've done a few times in the past. So I thought I'd get one of these talking ones,
DC 8.84 volt.
so I can listen to it rather than look at it when I'm probing away.
DC 8.84 volt.
His English isn't brilliant, but it is Chinese after all.
DC 7.46 volt.
Yeah, it should come quite handy because I don't have to look at it. I can stick it out of the way and probe away, checking voltages and stuff, and it would tell me what they are. I don't have to look to check, it will just tell me everything. And the voice works on all the ranges, which is nice. Otherwise I wouldn't have bothered, because it is a multi-select one and I prefer auto-ranging, but I don't have to look at it. Hopefully I won't blow it up by leaving it on the wrong range when I'm testing things. Because I've done that a few times to a few multimeters. Blown a couple up. Yes, very nice. That should come in very handy. That's going to be a keeper. That's a keeper. Yes, this one's not quite a whin-i, but it is and it isn't. I've seen it listed on the whin-i, like this one. Just got a slightly different name on this one, because, well, they're never accurate, are they? Let's get that film off. These are my new multimeters. That is going to replace that. That is going to replace that. Yes, that will be my main 4 multimeters, so I can monitor things, volts and amps. I've got my talking multimeter for taking measurements when I can't see what I'm doing, and I can't see it from when I'm doing stuff, and my old reliable backup multimeter now. Yes, things are looking up. My hobby is coming along lovely. Right, onwards and upwards to the next video. Yes, this one's not a very good video, but I'm only using my mobile phone. I have got a camera somewhere, which I've got yet to set up, get some better lighting set up, and I will film some of my exploits to share with everybody once I've got this little area sorted out and set up. I will do some more videos. So it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from them. Bye. This is my old signal tracer. Basically, it's a crystal headphone earplug connected to a probe, an earthing strap. Basically, because of its high impedance, it works as a simple audio detector.